ECOWAS decries sky-high airfares in West Africa, calls for unified aviation strategy to spur regional integration. Air travel across West Africa has become the most expensive in the world, posing a major obstacle to economic integration and regional connectivity, according to the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. This revelation was made during a critical regional forum held in Lomé, Togo, where leaders and policymakers gathered to discuss the region's infrastructural and transport challenges. Mr. Sediko Duka, ECOWAS Commissioner for Infrastructure, Energy and Digitalization, voiced deep concern during the opening session of the 6th Legislature ECOWAS Parliament delocalized meeting. The gathering focused on infrastructure, energy, mines, agriculture, environment, and natural resources, sectors that are intrinsically linked to the region's socioeconomic progress. Duka painted a sobering picture of the air travel landscape in the subregion, highlighting not just high costs but also limited connectivity and poor growth compared to other African regions. The air tariff in West Africa remains excessively high compared to other regions around the world, he said. In many cases, it is cheaper to fly from West Africa to Europe or other parts of Africa than to travel between two ECOWAS member states. A disconnect in regional travel. The Commissioner's remarks highlight a long-standing paradox. West Africans pay more for less. Despite being home to 15 member countries, the region suffers from a fragmented aviation market, poorly coordinated policies, and an underdeveloped infrastructure ecosystem. In stark contrast to West Africa's struggles, other African regions are experiencing rapid growth in air travel. According to Duka, recent studies conducted by international organizations in 2024 revealed that North Africa boasts a 40.4% growth in air transport usage. Southern Africa follows with 21.4%. East Africa shows a 20.5% increase. West Africa, by comparison, lags far behind at under 10%. This sharp disparity underlines the urgent need for reform. These numbers clearly show that West Africa is underperforming in developing a dynamic and competitive air travel market, Duka noted. The cost of fragmentation, one of the primary causes of this underperformance, is the disjointed and inconsistent aviation policies among ECOWAS member states. According to Duka, the lack of harmonization in air transport regulations, tax structures, and licensing requirements has created unnecessary barriers and inflated costs for airlines and passengers alike. For example, taxes and fees at several West African airports are among the highest in the world, accounting for up to 40% of a ticket's final cost in some cases. Airlines must also navigate varying and sometimes conflicting regulations when flying between neighboring countries, leading to reduced route options, inefficient scheduling, and ultimately, higher fares. This environment discourages airlines from operating within the region and reduces the volume of intra-West African flights, forcing many travelers to opt for indirect, costlier routes through Europe or the Middle East, even when traveling short distances. ECOWAS Treaty offers a path forward. Commissioner Duka called attention to Article 32 of the revised ECOWAS Treaty, which mandates the Commission to coordinate air transport policies among member states. The article provides the legal framework for ECOWAS to streamline aviation governance and foster better regional air connectivity. In accordance with Article 32, the statutory bodies have mandated the Commission to coordinate and harmonize the air transport policies, programs, and projects of member states, Duka explained. This also includes contributing to initiatives, strategies, and action plans aimed at improving air transport within the ECOWAS territory. He emphasized that harmonized air policies would not only reduce costs, but also enhance efficiency, safety, and service quality in the region's aviation sector. This in turn would promote greater mobility for citizens, facilitate trade, boost tourism, and strengthen cultural and economic ties among member countries. A call for passenger rights and common standards, Duka also used the platform to urge the ECOWAS Parliament's Joint Committee to consider adopting region-wide regulations for passenger rights. These would include provisions for compensation for denied boarding, reimbursements or rebooking for cancellations, and remedies for significant delays. Such reforms would align the region with international best practices, improve passenger confidence, and pressure carriers to raise their standards of service. Our people deserve protections when flights are delayed or cancelled, Duca stressed. It's time we implement common rules that safeguard passenger rights and elevate the travel experience across West Africa. Beyond aviation, the bigger picture. The high cost of air travel is not just a transport issue, it has far-reaching implications for regional integration, trade, business, education, and healthcare. When connectivity is poor, collaboration becomes difficult, and opportunities are lost. Intra-African trade currently accounts for just 15% of the continent's total trade, and experts say improved air connectivity is essential to changing that. The African Continental Free Trade Area, AFCFTA, aims to boost this figure, but West Africa's high travel costs could act as a bottleneck unless urgently addressed. Moreover, enhanced air transport can improve access to remote areas, strengthen emergency response systems, and open new avenues for investment. Looking ahead, as the ECOWAS Parliament continues its deliberations in Lomé, many observers hope this meeting will spark real momentum toward actionable reforms. Duca's frank remarks may serve as a wake-up call not just for lawmakers but for stakeholders across West Africa's aviation and transport sectors. The time for talking is over, one regional analyst commented. We need coordinated action to remove the barriers stifling regional aviation and unlock the full potential of West Africa's skies. With passenger demand on the rise and regional integration more critical than ever, ECOWAS faces both a challenge and an opportunity. The question now is, will member states rise to meet it?